masajid. Your prayers should be in the masajid as much as you can. As much as you can. You know, I want to keep this talk positive, but wallahi, if a hadith, authentic hadith that speak about the person who neglects the neglects the prayers in the masjid. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says, لَوْ يَعْلَمُ النَّاسُ مَا فِي الْعَتْمَةِ وَالصُّبْحِ لَأَتَوْهُمَا وَلَوْ حَبْوَةً. Authentic hadith, my dear respected brothers. The Prophet of Allah, look at the encouragement he's giving us. He's telling us that if you knew the reward of praying in the masjid, praying the night prayers, Fajr and Isha, if you knew the reward of praying them in the masjid, you will go even if you had to crawl on your hands and knees. But the problem is we don't know the value of it. That's why he's saying, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that if you knew, you would crawl. But you see, we don't know the reward. But I want to tell you something. I want you to imagine now that we made an announcement. We made an announcement here at the UMA, or we made an announcement at Lakemba Masjid or Belma Mosque, which any mosque. We made an announcement that every salah made in the masjid, we're going to give you $500 cash. All the brothers are already thinking, Lama, what's this trip on about? $500 cash. I want you to imagine the Imam of the masjid said $500 cash for every salah in the masjid. Who of us will miss the prayer? Who of us will ask you, but brother, is it fard or is it sunnah? Wallah al-Azim, the non-Muslims who come to the masjid, $500 a prayer? Islam's for me, man. Tomorrow I got to do. Because we know the value of $500. But you don't know the value of your salah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says that those 2 rak'ah for Fajr, those 2 rak'ah, those little light, he says that is worth more than the world and everything it contains. How many times have we heard this? But I want you to imagine that a brother bought a Mercedes-Benz. He bought a Mercedes-Benz yesterday. He bought a brand new Mercedes-Benz yesterday, parked it in the driveway, and then the next morning he woke up and it was on fire. Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Oh, haram, what a miskeen. La wallah, he could be a Jew, you think, oh, that guy got it hard. But you and I have been missing the world and what it contains for the last 20 years, and wallahi, it doesn't even bother you. Yet pieces of metal and glass wrapped up in some fancy leather, it burnt your heart. See, so we know the value of this, but we don't know the value of that, my dear respected brothers. So this is the month of ibadah. And one of the ibadahs that is neglected, or generally neglected, is the ibadah of dhikr. Dhikr, my dear respected brothers, the remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, is ibadah. And the beautiful thing about dhikr is any other ibadah in Islam, needs intention. I need to have niyyah. I cannot pray unless I have niyyah for the salah. My wudu is invalid if there's no niyyah for it. But dhikr, niyyah, no niyyah, doesn't matter. Anytime you say it, ajr, rewards. Rewards. And it's so easy, man. You know, the calculator's clocking. Clock up the figures. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he says in the authentic hadith, this is a beautiful hadith, wallahi, it's small. He says, kalimatan, khafifatan, على اللسان ثقيلتان في الميزان حبيبتان إلى الرحمن سبحان الله وبحمده سبحان الله العظيم. He says 2 words. They're light on the tongue, but they're heavy on the scales, and they're loved by the Rahman. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim. How much time has passed us by? Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, Subhanallah al-Azim. Heavy on the scales. I heard a sheikh was giving a tafsir on it. He says, yani just how heavy? Are we speaking a couple of kilos? Are we speaking a couple of tons? Yani what's heavy? He says, no matter how much you imagine it to be, on the day of judgment, Allah's going to give you more than what you expected. Heavy on the scales.
قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون